This week's puzzle position is taken from a blitz game played in the Romanian Team Blitz Championship. So it looks like a fairly standard kind of position. Maybe from the English, maybe from some kind of d4 opening. Black exchanged on d4. Now it's black to play. What would you do next? Black to play. I don't want to give too much away. First of all, you have to assess the position. Because frankly, first glance, looks like black isn't doing too well because that's a weak pawn. I mean, these pawns don't look particularly healthy, but obviously, particularly that isolated pawn on d6. It's black to play. What would you do next? Are you ready? Well, first of all, I'm sure you spotted that this exchange is possible. So bishop takes and king takes. So it just drags the king up the board. You never know, there might be some irritating check at some point here. And in the game, black played rook e6. That was a missed opportunity. Knight e4 is the move. So a discovered attack, and the knight is supported by the rook. So the queen has to keep hold of the knight behind it. So queen d3. Now, here's the trick. Bishop takes knight. You know, it's a little bit counterintuitive to exchange off the very nice bishop on g7. But here's the point. After bishop takes, hope you spotted this one, rook takes c3. And after rook takes rook, queen f6 with a very unpleasant double attack. So if the rook moves, then queen takes f2 and then knight g3. Well, what can white do here? Rook c8. But this loses to this. And then the simplest thing to do is just take the rook. And then queen takes g3. What's the score? Black is 2 pawns up with what one would hope is a winning position. Looks pretty convincing. And after knight e4, queen d3, bishop takes. Well, rook takes is possible. But then one could just take the exchange. Now you've got to be a little bit careful about the queen and bishop on this diagonal, but queen e7 is a good move. And that means that black not only attacks the pawn, but also threatens simply to exchange queens. So black should be winning that position as well. There you go, a neat tactic. In the game, black played rook e6, and actually once the queen retreats, well, white has a positional advantage. You just got to avoid the tricky tactics, but yes, here knight e4 and this move, bishop takes knight, is the really strong move, but you got to spot this move, queen f6. If you want to see the whole game, then do check out the link to chesspuzzle.net, and you can find loads more puzzles there to baffle and bemuse.